Hi, my name is Stas Naiman. I'm a director of product marketing here at Akamai. And today I'll walk you through a brief demo of our API security solution. APIs are the connective tissue of modern applications, but they're also a growing target for attackers. In this short demo, I'll show you how Akamai API security helps organizations discover every API across their environment, identify vulnerabilities and misconfigurations, and detect suspicious or malicious API activity, all without adding complexity. Whether our prospects or customers are focused on compliance, cyber resilience, or scaling their business, our solution offers a broad range of capabilities needed to protect their APIs end to end. Let's get started. This is the landing page for our solution. However, before we explore it, let's navigate to the settings area where you can see the traffic source integrations available to our customers. Click on the Gear and Integrations tab. Here we can see some of the active integrations, and more can be added by clicking on the Add Integrations button. As you can see, there are several types of integrations available, from plugins to sensors to cloud connectors. It is essential to know that Akamai API Security provides the most out-of-the-box integrations on the market and is truly a vendor-agnostic offering. However, for our existing Akamai customers, we offer Akamai Native Connector. With the Native Connector, organizations can gain visibility into the traffic flowing over the Akamai platform with just a few clicks. The connector requires zero integration projects, zero overhead, and adds zero cost. It's the fastest way to get started with API security if you're already an Akamai customer. All you have to do is just navigate to the Akamai Control Center. Now we're ready to explore the solution. Let's navigate to the Inventory module. Inventory provides a high-level view of all of the discovered APIs and their properties. For example, you can see the data types of data accessed by these APIs, such as PII or credentials or addresses and so on. The types of APIs, API authentication, API classification, and more. Let's click on the API button to get details for each of the APIs. Since API security can be noisy, especially if customers have hundreds or thousands of APIs, we provide tools to cut through the noise. For example, you can use these quick filters at the top to filter for specific API properties, or use column headers to sort APIs. I'm going to sort APIs by risk. Another way to quickly get information you need is by using the query catalog. In this drop-down, select predetermined filters. For example, our solution can now automatically discover and tag LLM and GenAI APIs. Simply select the option, and you can hone in into the APIs you need. All of the possible queries can be found in the query catalog on the bottom. This type of discovery, tagging, and analysis is simply not possible with traditional tools such as WAFs and API gateways. While these APIs were discovered in traffic, our solution also allows customers to add APIs that have not yet generated traffic. Let's go to the API spec section to explore. In this area, you can manually upload API spec files, or you can connect a GitHub repository to automatically add APIs as they're being developed. Let's click on one of the APIs to see what type of information we have. It's important to point out that not only we add API specs, but we also test each and every API against security requirements. Now let's take a look at the security module. Here you can see both posture findings and runtime incidents. Posture findings refer to misconfigurations and vulnerabilities in the discovered APIs. Runtime incidents represent potential attacks on APIs. Both findings and incidents have a severity ratings and are mapped against OWASP API Security Top 10 framework to help organizations prioritize their workload. Let's click on the Findings tab to see all the vulnerabilities that we have discovered. You can sort these vulnerabilities by severity as well. If you click on any of the findings, we provide security and developer teams with all the information they need to remediate the issue. This includes what happened, why this is a problem, and what they should do. Each finding also includes evidence to make sure developers can reproduce the issue. In addition, we also map vulnerabilities to relevant compliance frameworks. Here, you can see that this API vulnerability violates several major frameworks and requirements. Now let's take a look at the runtime incident view. As with posture findings, we assign incidents a severity rating. But we also provide an attacker confidence score, a unique capability that helps customers identify real attacks that have real security implications. Clicking on the incident provides customers with details about what happened, why it's a problem, and what should a customer do to remediate or replicate the issue. Here, you can also initiate workflows such as creating a Jira ticket or block the attacker's IP. The Attacker tab provides information about the attackers. And clicking on the IP address actually shows you all of the incidents associated with this particular attacker. Since this is a brief demo, we will not go into the testing capabilities of our solution. However, our solution is capable of more than 120 tests for APIs. Instead, let's take a look at the reporting capabilities of the solution. Clicking on the reporting section brings up the compliance dashboard. It uses information from individual vulnerabilities to provide an easy-to-understand breakdown of customers' compliance posture. This report and dashboard includes intuitive widgets such as compliant versus not compliant APIs, open versus closed findings, non-compliant finding APIs, and more. The compliance dashboard offers a centralized view that helps customers assess how their APIs align with security frameworks and privacy frameworks, including PCI DSS, GDPR, ISO 2700, and more. The compliance report can be downloaded as a PDF, or you can schedule to send these reports to the auditors or security leadership. As you can see, the Akamai API Security is a powerful solution that provides end-to-end protection for all APIs. Thank you for taking time to watch this demo.